Be me, 25, average-looking dude. Work at a small tech company, not much of a dating life. Mostly just focus on work and hanging with the boys on weekends. New girl starts at the office. Kate, 24, marketing department. Cute, but not in an intimidating way. Natural beauty, minimal makeup, always in simple clothes. First interaction is at the coffee machine. She can't figure out how to use it. Show her which buttons to press. She smiles and says thanks. Think nothing of it. Next day she brings me coffee. Just returning the favor. Thank her and go back to work. Notice she keeps finding reasons to talk to me, asking for help with the printer. Tech questions she could easily Google, wondering if I've tried the new lunch spot down the street. Just being friendly, whatever. One Friday, the team goes out for drinks. Kate sits next to me. After a few drinks, she opens up. Tells me she just got out of a toxic relationship. Ex was controlling, made her feel worthless. Just nod and listen. Give generic advice like, you deserve better. Tell her about my disaster date from last month to make her laugh. She seems to really appreciate it. Monday morning, more coffee on my desk. Starts becoming a daily thing. Coworkers begin to notice. Make jokes about Kate having a crush. I laugh it off. She's just being nice. We're just friends. Few weeks later, my car breaks down. Mention it casually during lunch. She immediately offers to drive me home. Figure it's on her way. Turns out she lives in the opposite direction, but she insists it's fine. Next day, she offers to pick me up for work too. This continues for a week while my car's in the shop. We talk a lot during these drives. Music, movies, childhood stories. Actually enjoy the conversations. One morning, I'm running late. Text her not to wait. She says she already picked up breakfast for us. Somehow remembered my exact bagel order from a conversation weeks ago. Finally get my car back. That weekend she texts asking if I want to go hiking. Never mentioned I like hiking. Apparently I had it in my social media bio. She noticed. Say sure, why not? She shows up with a backpack full of my favorite snacks. Things I mentioned once in passing. Trail mix with extra M&Ms, specific energy drink I like, even has extra socks because you mentioned your feet get wet easily. During the hike, she takes photos of me. For memories. Later, find out she's made one, her phone background. Coworker points it out when she leaves her phone on the table. Oh God, what have I done? JPG, realize she's fallen hard. Never intended this to happen, just thought I was being a decent human. After the hike, she suggests we get dinner, end up at a romantic Italian restaurant. Candles, dim lighting, the works. Feels like a date. Waiter assumes we're a couple. She doesn't correct him. I awkwardly play along. Next week is my birthday. Walk into the office. Desk is decorated. Personalized coffee mug with inside joke from one of our car rides. Handmade card with references to every conversation we've had. She's memorized everything I've ever said. Later that day, she gives me a wrapped gift. Vintage record of a band I mentioned once. Probably spent weeks tracking it down. Everyone in the office watching. Awkwardly thank her. She looks at me with these hopeful eyes. Realize I need to address this. Ask her to coffee after work. Sit her down and gently explain. I'm not looking for a relationship. Her face crumbles. Says she thought we had something special. Lists all the signs I supposedly gave her. Helping with the coffee machine, basic courtesy. Listening to her problems, being a friend. Accepting rides, practical necessity. Going hiking, just hanging out. Each thing I did with zero romantic intention. She interpreted as deep interest. She starts crying in the middle of the coffee shop. People staring. Feel like the biggest asshole on the planet. Even though I never led her on. Next day she calls in sick. Doesn't come to work all week. Get a text from her midweek. Long paragraph about how I broke her heart. When she returns, totally professional. No more coffee, no more chats. Passes me in the hallway with a tight smile. Office feels weird now. Some people think I'm a jerk for leading her on, even though I literally did nothing. 2 weeks later, notice Kate talking to the new guy in accounting, bringing him coffee, showing him around the office. Exactly how she was with me. Try to warn him during happy hour. He gets defensive. Maybe she just likes me. Did you ever think of that? Whatever, dude. Your funeral. Months later, company holiday party. She shows up with a date. Tall, bearded dude. Looks suspiciously similar to me. Catch her glancing at me all night. Her date notices too. They leave early. Monday, she's back to normal. Like nothing ever happened. 6 months later, she transfers to another department. Before leaving, she stops by my desk. I still have feelings for you, just so you know. Walks away before I can respond. Don't see her for about a year. Company restructures. Our departments merge. Suddenly she's back in my orbit, but different now, more mature, less intense. Then one day, fire alarm goes off. Everyone evacuates. End up standing next to Kate outside. She suddenly says, "I'm sorry about before. I was going through stuff." Tell her it's water under the bridge. Get a friend request from her a year later. Profile picture is her with a guy who looks exactly like me. Engagement announcement, bumped into her at the grocery store last week. She's pregnant now. Husband looks nothing like me this time. She seems genuinely happy. As I'm leaving, she says, "You know, you taught me something important." I ask what. Sometimes what feels like love is just desperation. Not sure if that's a compliment or an insult. Guess we both learned something. Still double think every interaction with female coworkers now. Afraid of accidentally creating another situation. Being nice shouldn't be this complicated.